It's now time for Trivia Tracks with yours truly, Price Robertson. This edition of Trivia Tracks is brought to you by ProMed Ambulance Services, care you can count on, and Beth Smith at Edward Jones. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. One of the most underrated women wrestlers in history, Debbie Combs, was a top star in the territories. She was born Debbie Sistecki in Nashville on April 18, 1959. While most female wrestlers of her generation were trained by the fabulous Moolah, Debbie was trained by her mother Cora, herself a pro wrestler. She made her wrestling debut at Louisville Gardens for Angelo Poffo's International Championship Wrestling at the age of 16 in a 7-woman battle royal where she was the first eliminated. Combs dated Randy Savage for 5 years while they were both working for ICW. For a year, starting 1986, she worked for WWF, where she challenged for the WWF Women's Championship against the fabulous Moolah and Sherry Martel. During her time in the NWA, she was their World Women's Champion and won the title by winning a Battle Royal in Honolulu, Hawaii. At some point, she was no longer recognized as the champion and defeated Penny Mitchell to become the champion again in Kansas City, Missouri in April 1987. The Kansas City promotion withdrew from NWA not long afterward and soon shut down. The NWA vacated Combs' title and awarded Misty Blue Sims the reinstated NWA U.S. Women's Championship, a replacement of the prior NWA World's Women's Championship held by Combs, who ended up challenging Sims to a title match at a Delta Tiger Lilies card in 1989. But Sims was unable to accept due to an arm injury she had sustained. She also competed in the AWA during the 1980s. Upon joining the promotion, Combs wrestled against Sherry Martel as a babyface, but later turned heel and became tag team partners with Medusa Maselli. The duo feuded with Heidi Lee Morgan and Brandy May. In the early 90s, she was booker and president of Women's Pro Wrestling, one of several women's wrestling promotions in the country during this period. The organization featured such stars as Bambi, Candy Devine, Denise Storm, Jackie Moore, Lady Justice, Malia Hosaka, Sandy Partlow, and Velvet McIntyre. She returned to WWF in 1994 to challenge Alundra Blaze, otherwise known as Medusa Maselli, and then briefly competed in WCW during their short-lived attempt at a women's division. Other promotions she wrestled for in her career include Music City Wrestling, the USWA, the American Wrestling Federation, and the World Wrestling Alliance. Since her retirement from wrestling in 1998, Debbie Combs has worked as a booking processor with the Davidson County Sheriff's Office in her native Nashville. Till next time, I'm Price Robertson. Amazed by today's trivia? Then join me for Trivia Tracks weekdays at 6:45 on Everybody's Country Y95.